1918, just after my first child was born, the Commonwealth Games were held in Jamaica. World records were broken. Now 48 years later, my grandson is here, 18 years old. He's entering the third stage of education. Jamaicans of Josh's age group are doing great things at the Commonwealth Games. But it's time to eject the ruling family of Britain and outlaw any ruling class in Jamaica. So over to you now, Josh.
I'm just looking forward to entering a new stage in my life, and hopefully I can spend some more time at the show where I can get advice from some other people who have been through the same things that I'm about to go through now.
Well, thanks. I'm so glad you'll be here at the University of the West Indies. Straight up, News Talk 93 FM. I'm Jerry Small. Yes, good morning. Welcome to Straight Up for today. Today is Tuesday, 2nd of September. And you know this is New Start 93 FM, broadcasting from the Mona campus at the University of West Indies and heard all over. Our program name Straight Up, and I'm Jerry Small, the host. And you know we are here to encourage one another in the good. Not in the bad. We are here to encourage one another, and I get encouragement from you to do the good, not the bad. We want to send out the best wishes to Sister Minnie Phillips. Sister Minnie Phillips, you know. Ancient, not ancient, but elder Rastafari, sister and mother. And then mother of Michael Phillips also, member of parliament, and his father is Dr. Peter Phillips. But Sister Minnie, she passing through some health challenges, you know. And here she's in the University of the West Indies Hospital. And all the best wishes for her from all of us. Right through the rocky road, you know. Talking about rocky road, the information wasn't as startling as it came over first, you know. But the Barracks Primary School in Montego Bay, I'm a little bit familiar with that school. And the supply of food, lunch for the children and so on, snacks, has been handed over to a private concessionaire rather than these children buying snacks and lunch from the stalls, from the vendors outside of the school. And the principal of the school, I think his name is Mr. Alfonso Jones, is saying that him need to, which is true. The Ministry of Education and the schools board, parents and everybody need to assure and safeguard the children's health in respect of the quality of the food that is allowed to be vended to them and so on. And he is giving this reason as the justification for handing over the concession of the food supply to Tasty. At first I heard that the cheapest lunch was $320. That sounds almost unbelievable. It is really $230, I think. But even $230, to have $230 as the cheapest available lunch for children, if you're going to confine them to that lunch supply, that is still plenty. Because you know that people have to economize, and the vast majority of our people are poor. Vast majority of our people are poor, and the poor have a good amount of children. And first thing, it disturbed me for years now, from the time that my children are at school. It disturbed me for years now how people being poor and people having challenges, people trying to economize, people trying to save money, people having plans, still giving them children money every day to go and buy food prepared by other people, when if you prepare their food yourself, it's going to cost, most likely going to cost 1/3 the money that it's going to cost to give your children to buy food from other people, whether prepared or fast food or anything. And people still purses. I'll go all through the country, all different little country districts, and see people that eat box food, People that work all days work in a field. You know, agricultural work, gain a man a day's work in a yam field or different field, and when lunchtime come, them all buy box food. That is good for the people selling box food in the area, but you can't live no great economical life if you're going to be buying 2-3 meal out the road every day. If you have to buy 1 meal out the road every day, that is different. But if you buy 2 or even 3 meal out the road every day, and you're not getting the best healthy food and that kind of way, it marvel me how people, but people lifestyle change. That, you know, even in the country, you find it come like more than half of the time people not prepare food for themselves, them buying food from other people. Not trying to mash down the economy. But if you really want to provide food for your children, even in Kingston, you should go to the trouble of buying up some things and making different lunches for your children every day. It was even sandwich. But it just don't seem. It just don't seem. Then what them did expect? When them hand over that lunch concessionary and concession, when them hand over that lunch concession at Barracks Primary School to a private supplier of food, especially a big name brand, and apart from the cheapest lunch being $230, if the child want to buy a one snack for hold them like a patty, the patty is still $130. It's still the same commercial price like what adults buying patty out the road for $130. Then if you are a concession and you are guaranteed that all the children go and buy food from you, is a market that is a captive market, and the children can't go out the road and buy nothing. And you can sell the patty for less than what you selling patty to adult out the road for. In a halfway tree and crossroad, in a little country school, you can find a way to sell them the patty for less than $100. You guaranteed have so much 100 children buying those patty from you every day, and you can't find a way to sell them the patty for less than $100. You charge them $130, the same price that adult paying out the road for it in New Kingston and halfway tree. Yeah, try to keep up with the Joneses. And most of the Joneses we try to keep up with. That's what it seemed to me. And talking about keeping up with the Joneses and families, we start to hear more and more from the Dean family, the family of Mario Dean. And you feel it. The more you meet them families, the more you feel it, man. Because him family them are some real individual, real people. Him father and him mother, real people. Him sister them, real people. And him sister them especially. They convey what is likely to have been the character of this youth here. Because when you say a whole family exhibits certain admirable characteristics, it is most likely that all of the members of the family share some of those characteristics. So you can imagine what kind of youth Mario Dean was. And that's why it is not hard for him, not hard to imagine him saying, I don't like the police. Because the characteristics of that family is not no rebellious family, you know, but the way how them seem decent and reasonable and caring, they're not going to like the Jamaican police. We're not talking about individual police personnel, you know. Not talking about individual police personnel. We're talking about the Jamaica police force. If people have the character that I see displayed in the father of Mario Dean, his mother and his sister them, and if him have that kind of character, that is an independent character, a humble character, but not bowing to no one, you are not going to like the treatment of the Jamaica police force, and you are liable to tell them that to their face. The character of the Jamaica police force is such that when somebody of character out the road or in the jail or inside of the station tell them, say, I don't like the police, Don't even have to talk loud. Some of them there is going to take offense to them and say, well, I will kill this nigger. Now, I'm not saying that it's the police killing me now. But I know and I've passed through the Jamaican police. And I know them don't like when people have backbone and stand up and look them in the eye. Prime ministers don't like when you look them in the eye neither. Prime ministers like when you lower your gaze. When you meet them, you lower your gaze and you look at their shoes, you turn your head down and then you raise back your eye. Like you get brave now and say, hello, Prime. You have to say the nicest thing to Prime Minister. If Prime Minister even just done mash it to you have to say the nicest thing to Prime Minister and say, well, Prime Minister, you are so honorable and all that kind of thing, and I don't really want to offend you, and I don't really mean you no harm, but you just smash me to and you still stand up on me to. I'm asking you, please, Prime Minister, if you could have please take you that for me too, please, and all that kind of way there. At them kind of way, the Jamaican institution like deal with nigger, you know. You know what them call nigger? Me and you, outer road. Who powerless. Or them claims of powerless, or them, we shouldn't have them power. What you do with this car? What you do with this bus? Yeah? Where you get money for buy a bus? Or what you do with your picnic, drop your picnic in my immaculate? You come from down at Denham tongue and you drop a picnic in immaculate. What you do? Eh? Come out of your car. Or who you? I want to hear the Jones boy. Are the Mills brothers sing it now? The Mills brothers, I mean, a little youth, you know, 6-year-old, me I hear them music, you know. The whole town talking about the Jones boy, them want to keep up with the Jones, them. And, yeah. Peter Bunting also tell us, hey, I don't need to tell you that you soon have to start turn up the volume and get the people in the election mode, you know. I mean, I just attack PNP, you know. A Jamaican politician and Jamaican politics may attack or them use the people. So here I use the crowd now. Or here I use the PNP people now. I use them like a puppet. The same thing the liberate them do. Use them like a puppet. And it's not only Jamaica. So I'm not fooling myself that it's only Jamaica politician use people them way there. But we have a duty in Jamaica. We don't care what happens go on in Brazil or Guatemala. We have a duty in Jamaica to stop bow and script. And if you encourage other people to stop bow and script and make people use them. We are not user-friendly. We don't like to when none of our people is user-friendly. So when Bunting go away small and a ton the fire brigade against the people and a ton police against that and a ton people against that, we don't like it. So you go further. You mean in Manchester now, I turn up the people them now. I use them like a dog them. I sick the dog them. I sick on the dog them upon the people. Just like how you sick on DJ upon the next sound system. You sick on your sound system upon the next sound system. And say mash them down and kill a sound. Well him say, I don't need to tell you, so we soon have to start turn up the volume and turn up the thing and increase the volume. Because you're going to see more of me now. You're going to see more of me now, up and down. And them a talk about say them may come out of politics and them a go beat me. Him say, well, I going at least equal John Jr. record in Manchester. If John Jr. win 5 times, I going to win at least 5 times. Matter of fact, I might even broke Winston Jones' record. You know, Winston Jones was a long-standing PNP man down in Manchester there. So him say, I'm going to broke Winston Jones' record. And I'm going to turn up the thing and I'm going to use the people and turn them up and turn them up. For our sister Pia set the pace, you know. So she'll turn it up there and she'll get rat and people will get afraid. Because you know, so when she get rat and people get afraid and when you draw her tongue, you know, what go on. Because her bite is worse than her bark, you know. You know that. When people bark is worse than them bite, you're not afraid of them, you know. Because them claims that Jerry bark worse than them bite. And John and Ruth and different one, them bark worse than them bite. So them only a bark loud. But for them bite worse than them bark. And that's what them a boast about. And using the people against one another. And if people even dead, them not care, you know. If people even want dead, them not care. Because that is the nature of them politics in Jamaica. Two murderous gang. Them a turn up the thing. And them want to keep up with the Joneses. Whether it's Winston Jones or Mr. Jones down in a Barracks Primary School. Where the picnic them have to pay $1.30 for a party. Even though it is guaranteed sales. Instead of them a charge a picnic less than $1 for the party. Because them guarantee the sales in the school. Yeah, keep up with the Joneses. Make we hear about the Jones boy. The Jones boy from way down in back in about 1954. Straight up.
The whole town's talking about the Jones boy, the Jones boy, the Jones boy. The whole town's talking about the Jones boy. He acts mighty peculiar now. But I just happen to be the Jones boy, and I happen to be in love. Yes, I happen to be in love.
Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. Yeah, we're not angry with nobody individually, you know. But we're well angry with the system. We systematically use our people. You can't use me personally in the politics. But you use my people them as usual. You use them as usual. Use them despitefully, in the words of the Bible. Using them despitefully. Yeah, so we are here to encourage one another in good things. Yes, we are. Here to encourage one another in good things, to help strengthen one another, to have the strength to go through the difficulties and the tribulation and not be downhearted. Not to be sorry for ourselves, you know, boy, we are going through difficulties and it's so hard, and boy, we are so heroic to be going. No, man, be more lighthearted. Not take yourself do that. Take yourself serious, but not take yourself over serious. So you are like you have the heaviest load. And you know, but just encourage one another to go through the difficulties them day by day. Don't bother look on the too much big difficulties down the road. Yes, we so encounter them, but right now and right here is what to go through. For just sustain yourself and withhold yourself from the things that are going to get trouble. You're in a whole heap of trouble already. Whole heap of problem already. You're short on most things. Then now you're going to go get a girl pregnant when you're not prepared to look after and look after a baby. Why are you putting yourself in that extra trouble? Withhold yourself from that. Yeah, man, you have difficulties to go through. Withhold yourself from the different habits we're going to go put in a more trouble and more frustration and more sweat and make you have to run from your district. Or run from this, or try to avoid a girl, or avoid a boy, or avoid people you owe money. Or people you take them things and mash it up and all them. You have to avoid people. Just make it easy for yourself. Just take time, calm down yourself. That you don't have to draw so much spliff. Because when you get yourself in trouble, you have to draw something else and drink something else to make yourself feel good for half hour. Then you're back in trouble again. No, man, just relieve yourself and hold back yourself from this, that, and the other way, put in more trouble. And spend more time and talk with your friend them who have sense. The one when have much sense, you try and encourage them. And the one who have sense, you try to take encouragement from them. Because you know, for shun, you can't shun people just because them not have sense, you know. Or them not use them sense, you know. You're not shunning people, you know. But you're spending more time with the positive people. Then you take the rest of your time and you spend it with the people who are not positive and try to help encourage them to be positive. Because you have to share out your time, you know. Some of the time spend with the positive people and some of the time spend with the people who are not positive because you have to share. And you have to encourage the other one who are not positive and the one who don't hearted and all that. But you can't spend the whole day sit down amongst negative people. You know, to get you weak and weak and weak, you have to spend some of the time sit down amongst positive people. And spend a next segment of time sit down by yourself too, with nobody at all, you alone. And strengthen yourself. And then strengthen yourself, you know. Make yourself available for the strength to come from around you and above and inside of you. That are the Almighty God and nature. Because it is available like a free service station, a free petrol station. That's strengthening. But you have to keep quiet and stay by yourself more time. So you can't spend yourself your whole time amongst foolishness. And you don't want to take yourself over serious like you know. Like he's a Pharisee. I don't keep company with that kind of person at all, and I cross over down the other side of the road when I see that. No, you can't. Don't carry to that extreme. But you must spend the most of your time. I encourage yourself on dealing with positive things and dealing with possibilities, and spend less time now dealing with the negative thing. But you have to be able to encourage the other people who are negative and don't even know why they're negative. You have to spend some time that way. You must. Because just like if you are rich or if you are comfortable and you live in a community where everybody poor and you know business about nobody, you're going to affect the same way because somebody going to come take what you have. Because you can't just have everything that's on, you know, business with people who are poor and hungry. Somebody going to come take some of what you have. So don't be a fool Like you can state yourself with your full belly and your full cupboard and your tank full of gas and believe like say you can't do business with nobody, everything will go alright forever. No. You're going to touch you. If you're not business with nobody, it's going to touch you. Going to reach you. Because if people are starving, you are show off. People come take away of yes. I don't say it's right to come take away of you, but you don't right for show off neither. And you don't right for not care about nobody neither. It is a shame that at least half of our educated people don't business one backside about the rest of the people. Not all of the educated people, because at least half of them care and loving. But at least education is the main escape from poverty. Education, not luck and lotto. Luck and lotto will go a few people, but it's education and training. I don't mean book education and exam marks. I mean training and getting a new skill. That is education. It's the main escape from poverty. It's a shame that at least half of our educated people separate themselves from the poor, separate themselves from the uneducated and try to keep confined to themselves and scorn and isolate themselves. It's a shame. But at least half of the educated people do have the love and do share. Thank you very much. Straight up. Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. And one more thing I want to say. And maybe I may fasten up people's business, but I'm going to take the risk. I didn't buy the Sunday paper till yesterday evening. Yesterday evening I buy the Sunday paper, them, the Gleaner and the Observer. And I believe it's a shame that Roger Clark died, passed away, and a company used a picture of him consuming their, or about to consume their product, advertising their product, and make a full page advertisement saying that them extending condolences about Roger Clark. I think it's a shame. Them have a buckle of red stripe there. Sit down on a desk. Have a buckle of red stripe. Hold up. And then put an advertisement. Full page advertisement in the Observer. Full page advertisement in the Gleaner. Mark inspiration. And the inspiration is about the red stripe. Them say inspiration lives on. Roger Clark dead. But inspiration live on. Look fine now. Roger Clark dead, but inspiration live on. And there's a buckle of red stripe them have him advertised. That's a shame. If you even give him family some money for help with the funeral expense, I don't know. It's a shame. I believe it's a shame. But it's people business me are fasting. Is it? No, it's human business. Humanity business. That you're going to use a picture of Roger Clark with a red stripe beer. Put 2 full page advertisements in the Gleaner. I believe it's a shame. Because Roger Clark's last message to the people of Jamaica is that my liquor drinking days done, because there's a limit to everything, and I'm going to lose some weight, I'm going to get back fit, I'm going to take care of my health. And you take a picture of Roger Clark and spread a full page spread with a bottle of red stripe holding up and headline it, Inspiration Lives On. That means Roger Clark dead, but inspiration live on. Red stripe live on. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Hello.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, a few questions and some support for the Maradine family.
Yes, sir.
A truck was passing and making a bit of noise.
Yeah, man. You're good. Yeah, man.
I want to say to the Maradine family, emotion is a must. But after the emotion, continue the fight. And when you lose a family member, people have to understand that years after, it don't finish there. So you lose your family member, especially under these circumstances.
Yeah.
And what I would ask them to do, even this morning, there should be a demonstration at the Barracks Street police station. And I'm encouraging Mr. Lan and the families to have island-wide demonstration with the help of this United States lawyer, giving support, to continue the struggle and the fight against injustice in this country. But I kind of disagree with one thing that the lawyer said about Indicom. Maybe she was not first in understanding what the issue was, why Indicom was introduced. I believe somebody should have told her, sir, Indicom is the group that take over from the police, because they were investigating themselves, and we'll have none of that because we don't believe in nothing that they say. So I hope she withdraw that statement after. The next question, Jerry. Did Indicom, you might not know this, do an investigation in the cell? And when I mean investigation, I mean forensic, to see, if there's evidence there that can bring a case against the state. Do you believe that?
I don't know, but I don't know the facts.
No, because if the investigator go there and see prisoner washing out the cell, when the investigator come there, did Indicom reach there before? And that's you don't know either.
No.
Because when these things happen, you're not going to have evidence, and call Indicom same time, You're going to put away this evidence. See, again, I encourage the family of Mr. Dean, don't give up the fight. And I like the big up that you give to them. That man seems like a very bright man. We're not afraid to tell nobody say what I mean. I like you. See, it costs him life.
Yeah, but you can see some family have some character that would have produced a youth like that.
Yes. But you see, Jerry, Dean death has brought out so many things. And for the first time, we are getting international support for a death in police custody. I'm not glad he died.
Listen here now. Listen. You have the experience of losing your son, just like Mr. Dean.
Yes.
Under similar circumstances.
Yes.
And one thing we know in this country, and we better make up our mind about it. The police back the politician, and the politician back the police, and the two of them back the army, and the army back them, versus the poor Jamaican people who must be kept in line and nigger them. And the politician never going to come out and reprimand the police, and never going to make a pledge that we are going to change this police force. They are never going to do it. It's a people's movement that politicians are sitting in a seat of glory now. Some palace, look at now. The soldier and the police in Jamaica is not a people's security protection. It's a palace guard. A palace guard, like ancient armed forces, was to guard the ruling family. Not to rule the people. It's rule arms, not to protect the people. Protecting the people is a later concept of armed forces and security, that they must protect the people. So they are living in the old-time fashion of what? Armed forces is to protect the palace and those who live in the palace. And them wannabe, the whole of them, prime minister and leader of the opposition and the controllers of the JLP and the PNP, are some wannabe in the palace. Imagine themselves to be some great big thing, living big and ruling the people. And them have the soul and the police as them palace guard. Soul and police of Jamaica enough to protect the people. A palace guard them.
But Jerry, when we see what happened to Mr. Ellington and the hate in which he lives, if other countries, from what the snippet that we are hearing, can make a decision that they don't want this commissioner, right? The question is asked now, is the United States have a hand in the commission that is going to change now, or the politician have a hand into whosoever is choosing right now?
You don't have to ask that, man. The politician, them is not the servant of the people. Them is the servant of the United States, Britain, and China. Thank you very much, Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
Morning and welcome to Straight Up, hello?
Thanks.
Morning, welcome.
Wagwan, man, a long time in a show to man. I used to West Portland, Tranquility.
Yes, man, Wagwan.
Me there, man, but me a listen all the while, man,
Yes.
My time is saying he'll see you with Panyain show us at the morning time.
Sometime what? Sometime what?
Carbo and Muta Baruka.
Oh.
Me always a wheel up, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, look, to Saturday, man, I send condolence to your son and him father and
yeah, man.
family,
Yeah, man, my grandson, yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Up to even Roger Clark and the girl with them, they must get shot in a Coronation Market there.
Yes.
Send condolence to the whole of them,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Me there still, man, I listen. We may ask you, see, why?
Yeah.
All the while when a disease broke out in Africa, it always start from what cause it?
Well, there are conditions in Africa. Africa having been raped, you see?
Yeah.
Raped for hundreds of years. You know, like here a woman get battery all 16 hours straight, 10 man take turn have sex with her. Well, Africa been raped for hundreds of years. And you know, say after a female being raped, a gang rape, for a long period of time, if you carry her to the doctor, you are liable to find several different complaints in her, apart from the actual raping. Because every one of the 10 guys will come rape her, could have left her with some germs, you know?
True,
so it is not surprising when you see these things rise up in Africa, because the conditions are there that the least little nastiness touch against them, it causes an outbreak. Here's sir?
True. And the next thing again, me hear 80, the people down there say, them a blame UN for something, some cholera thing in the water, something like that. Me hear on the news one night time.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to look about ourselves, because
when we check out all the earth, the people around earth, boy, some little bias thing are going on, you know.
Yeah. But we have to look about it. First thing we have to do is stop sorry for ourselves, and then we do something about it. Do something about it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You know, Sir Jerry, you know, say when Cliff used program, so you know, say Wilson are the first man call the program, that me I say, boy, Cliff used to that here, Wilson, you know.
Yeah, man, don't make that worry. Yes, but don't make that worry. Look here, you mustn't look over there. You know, if you look over there, the neighbor fence and say how he feed him food nice, because the grass always look greener over the other side of the fence, and the orange always look bigger over the other side of the pasture. So nobody grudge the green or the orange.
Right, true.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Yeah, man, anyhow, heal up yourself again and Muta Baruch and Cabo.
Thank you very much.
Blazing.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, yes, sir. Morning, welcome. Straight up, hello. Good morning. Welcome. Straight up. Not there? Not that one.
Jerry.
Yes, sir.
What go on?
Fine, thank you.
I big up a bed we just called and I yell me.
Yeah.
I don't see no problem with the red stripe here. Bigging up Roger Clark and putting up the buckle, you know.
Then what is the message? The Roger Clark holding up the red stripe bottle. What is that message?
No, red stripe be a good beer, red stripe be a Jamaica beer, brethren.
I never ask you about if red stripe a good beer. I ask you what is the message of Roger Clark holding up a red stripe beer, a full page advertisement. What's the message?
There's no serious message by hurting anybody.
Yeah.
A good thing, man.
So
if you have your place, when you make cake and sell it, and if you are going to big up somebody and you're going to set out a plate, don't you put your cake again?
Some people would sell their mother. Would you sell your mother?
I would sell my mother.
Yeah, some people would sell.
But you can't put human beings with a beer or alcohol, you know.
Yes. But in the death of somebody, it is all right to put a picture of them hold up your liquor bottle. That's all right. And you pay a full page advertisement to advertise, to capitalize on the popularity of Roger Clark in debt and saying that your product live on.
Nothing wrong with
that. Let's go to another phone call. All right. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Morning.
Bongo?
Yes.
Oh, this
how you
doing? The connection.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
Ministry of Small Things here.
Yes, sir. How are you going?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, every time I get on this chat, I have some people like Commander Wilson who them seem to have a direct line into you.
Yes.
Them seem to want a program themselves.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you have now.
Hold on, let's go for a break and come. Don't feel no way. Let's go for a break and come. Yes, welcome back, Ross.
Yes. I hope I can have my minutes and my credit.
Yeah, man.
Now 3 shots. First thing, I have a problem with that advertisement.
Yes.
I've been in this business long enough, usually before I move outside.
Yeah.
You know, all of them can go on inhuman because, you know, the term we have nowadays, man of eat of food.
Yes.
You look like sometimes advertising people going to want to eat of food at all costs.
Yeah, man, they eat even the flesh of dead men.
Oh, God, man, there's no need for do that, man. I'm too big for that, man. But then sometimes I have them lose them perspective. The whole thing is commercialism.
Yeah.
Exodus, on that out. Second thing, I want to ask now, the councillors of the areas that we live in.
The councillors, yes.
Yes. What is their purpose?
Their purpose.
To know the community and can see the things wrong and you can approach them. And is that how they're supposed to operate?
Yeah, the stated purpose of them is to represent the people at a smaller local level, represent the interests of the people, and to get the things done in the local government out of the people, tax for them are paid, done.
Yes.
You know, like the basic.
They're supposed to be approachable.
Approachable, yes. You must can go to them and talk to them.
Find them and they'll tell the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes we look at my community to the past.
Hold on, you kind of have a little. Alright. You say in your community. Yeah,
huh?
sound better now. In your community over the past how many years?
5 years now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because you grew up and things, but I was all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. It took me about 4 years to find out the councillor.
Yeah.
Of course, there was a change in the meanwhile. Now that I've located it, how me have to locate him? I know, see some people stop on the sidewalk and ask them.
Yeah.
How the councillor? He said, boy, I'm not come up here saying, go down there, so.
Yeah.
They don't counsel the old people.
Yes.
No, some guys don't get so and just them stay.
Yes.
So find them down there.
Yes.
Things that can't work. Well, my main thing is my concern now, the Barracks here. I'm precise at the corner of Jerry Avenue and Penn Road.
In the Waterhouse area.
Drummondley Avenue and Penn Road corner.
Yeah.
Where you have the Shelley and Community Center.
Yes.
From the road 6, I don't know, much about 5 years ago, because time flies.
Yeah.
There's just been a sink there. And over the years, if you reach right now there, I take 2 photographs. Reach right now there, and when the car them come down the road and rain fall, them have to drive on the extreme right.
Yeah.
So to go down, and it's 5 years, that means the sink is spreading and spreading.
More and more.
Spreading.
Yeah.
The pool, don't walk this so when car come down, everything gets splashed.
Yeah.
And some of the people recognize that. But I must have to say most drivers recognize that. But it is a pool.
Yeah.
No, I intend to write them because I tell the truth. I have a problem with people coming. Because everybody chat, but get them to come with you.
Yeah.
Party.
Yeah, man.
Really say, make your approach and things.
Yeah.
You don't bother try because sometimes you get targeted.
Yeah, but I don't want to give up. Because one day.
No, I can write my letter and put my photograph and well, I've been told where him come to, but you know what I went to? I went down to the mayor's parlor.
Tell me something. Yeah. You know, say Shelley and mother, she will carry some weight if you get her on board, you know.
Well, I don't know. She don't live down that side.
She used to live down there, though.
Well, I don't know. I have to look. I don't have time for research with people. I'm going to write my letter.
All right.
No photograph. And because I must get it.
All right.
And I must put it on the mayor's parlor.
Yeah.
And I must get it.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to find the name. All right. Second thing.
Have a quick.
All right, third thing now.
Yeah.
Central Prison Park. Them call downtown Kingston, man. I call it Central Prison Park.
Yes, they are.
They can tell Miss Brown, let's just try, you know. I know there are a lot of derelict people.
Miss Brown Burke.
But boy, I'm going to tell you, when you pass on that, 2 things. Pass on night time, can't take the smell, you're walking in pure piss. Secondly, there are 2 metal covers with some hole in it.
Yeah.
That has been getting bigger and bigger. It's an entrapment for people who are visually impaired. Not only that, it is also in a part of the sidewalk that is not very light and nice.
Yeah.
A place on the walk.
Yeah.
2 metal cover, you hold them in it because they're not bigger.
All right. Well, I really have to go now, but we take note of all of those points. Here,
yeah, that is what I'm hoping to do.
I'm encourage you, man. Yeah, man.
3 months and I can't get in again.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. That's why I'm give some extra time. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Welcome.
How are you doing?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing?
Good. Good morning to you. I'm really upset because I've been holding for a long time, you know. Then I'm the third person, and then the phone just dropped and nothing, you know. It cost me to call you the program, you know. Right? And I want to say good morning to you and to Jamaicans everywhere. I want to say to Sister Minnie, I hope you get well soon, okay?
Yes.
I met her about 10 years ago. Beautiful, beautiful woman, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to talk about the school feeding program. Why not allow the schools to cook for the children, you know? Schools supposed to have kitchen.
Yeah.
So why not let the schools cook for the children, which would be better?
Yeah. A lot of that used to go on, but if parents listen to me now. Listen.
Some schools, so these schools out there, why not allow the schools, because they're supposed to have schools, a kitchen in the schools. Why not allow the schools to eat?
All right, listen here now.
Fresher and better for the kids.
All right, listen here now. Whatever you arrange, if the parents in the community don't play a part in the school every day, parents, teachers, business, if your parents in the community don't play a part in the school every day, all different kind of foolishness start going, either from the point of view of the teachers or vendors or some business person who want to come exploit the situation. Parents have to be involved in a community and in them school.
Of course, because the parents could go and cook, prepare meals too. Parents could go prepare meals at the school.
Yeah.
The next thing is, Jerry, this red mud thing that they're applying to patch roads with. Since when we reach this stage, are we this is what Peter Clay thing that are with Peter Clay government? This is more like Peter Clay government, you know. They're going to use dirt to mix dirt to patch roads.
How you heard?
Go up in the country, you see?
How you heard about it?
Huh?
How you heard about it?
It's on television. I saw it on television.
Yes, and what you heard? I don't think you understand what you hear.
I heard that they'll be taking the mud, this red mud thing that this Paulwell, according to him, was going to we're going to make billions of dollars from. And that's this program, this project don't work anymore, right? And that's they're going to use the red mud to mix with shale and all this and sort of stuff to patch roads.
But you are talking like it's just a red mud I'm going through in the world. It's not just a red mud I'm going through.
It's not going to work. You cannot. Why not use cement?
Hold on there. You tell me something now. Hold on a minute. Them say them go and mix the red mud with some other things and make something. You know whether that good or not, or you talk about it and you don't. You know anything about mixing of them things?
I don't think that any dirt should have mixed with anything to mix this road. Dirt.
But you don't listen. I don't think you understand the whole thing. I don't think you understand.
I understand very well, you know. I understand very well, but I don't think it's a wise idea. Why not use cement and stuff to road? We have enough cement. Our cement company will provide all the cement that they need to
You are stating that the cement company will provide all the cement. You are executive with the cement company.
I'm a shareholder.
Oh, and because you're a shareholder, you are guaranteeing that they will get all the cement to them need.
All the cement, yes, all the cement, yes.
I never know say so powerful. Anyway, you notice that Paulwell shave off a mustache though.
Mr. Listen to me, this mud project, this red mud project Paulwell is, what's wrong with Philip Paulwell though?
Him shave off a mustache.
All his projects always fail. What's wrong with him?
No, you have to examine them one by one. I don't think you're going to condemn something because it's Paulwell suggested. You have to examine them one by one. Thank you very much, here, ma'am. Are you there?
You know, Jerry, I can't check whenever I hold to talk to you. Then
all right, Miguel, 1 more minute. 1 more minute, Miguel. Go on.
1 more minute?
One more.
Always drops, and I don't like that.
No, don't talk about that.
That's all what I have to talk about. I remember again. Anyhow,
you don't remember?
But forget, because I've been holding so long, and you know, I forget everything now, right now.
So you notice a Paulwell shave off a mustache?
Huh?
You notice a Paulwell shave off a mustache?
Give up the what?
Paulwell shave off a mustache, the top one.
You shave it off? No, I have not noticed.
All right, well, look again. True, we're going to run him out by him saying mustache favor Hitler one.
But it's to fail too much, man. Every time you fail, too much failure. Too many failures, man. Too many failures from this minister, you know. And he's supposed to be the next prime minister.
No, but not be a failure, but a trial.
It's true. But I mean, he has failed too many times, you know. He's been failing for a long time, for many years now.
All right, thank you very much, yeah?
Okay.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Good morning, welcome. Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Small.
Welcome, sir.
And good morning to all who listen to News Talk at this time, streaming on the go, sir.
Anyway, the people, them say me allow too much people promote them product on the station and them not pay.
Anyhow,
I know, I want you to listen to me. No, you have to listen to me, man. No, you have to hear me say.
Yeah.
You say the people them say we are allowed too much people to promote them product on the station and them not pay no money. No, I don't want you to come with that this morning.
Okay. Anyhow, I'm not coming with that one, but could I make a statement, sir?
Boy, that sound like a brain work. You come like you use a brain.
No, with regards to, I hear you say that my head ago. Well,
no, I never say head go. No, I never say. No, I never. Hold on, sir. Hold on. No, don't get me wrong. I say go and come. I never say head I go nowhere.
Oh, go and come. Okay. Well,
my head go and come too.
But I want to ask the world right now. When did Brazil get beaten by the Netherlands? What date?
You mean in a table tennis?
No, man, in a football.
I don't remember, isn't it?
The 6th of July, 4 years ago.
Yeah?
Yes. And then come get beaten the 7th of July this year.
Yeah?
After 4 years.
Yeah?
That man cannot lick him head.
Say, no, you did predict it?
No, me not predict it. Me coach the man who do the beating.
You coach in Netherlands?
Me coach Robin Van Persie. That's why
then how if you coach him, how you ask me for him number?
No, but when him call me and I check my number, he come up on private, so I didn't get any number.
No, but the phone are go and come.
Eh?
The phone go and come and drop call sometime.
I didn't get that.
I said the phone are go and come, then Robin Percy phone are go and come.
No, I'm not going to go and come. What happened is that when I coach anybody,
yeah,
and all the people, then look at Shanda Para.
Yeah.
6 years, 2006, me call and tell him what them to do. And then win that match and win 14 game and not get out.
Yes. All right, the 10 o'clock news coming here, sir. But after that, maybe we can put nice sport news. Thank you very much. Straight up. Yes, good morning and welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. We're in the second hour of our program. And what interests you? Good morning. Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing?
Morning, Jerry.
Hi, how are you doing?
You know, I'm upset this morning.
You're upset? Why?
Yeah. This morning, me is on a trip. Gone to this place, more Q on his arm. I don't know what I'm doing, but it annoys me. But you know how long we are trying to get Marcus Garvey clubs in school, and that man don't want to teach Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey teach one love, one God, one aim, one destiny.
Who tell you that tweets don't want to teach Marcus Garvey?
Because I got to tweet, I ask him about it, and then look for me like that dog.
Him look on you like your dog? Well, yes. Maybe him like you.
Him can't like me.
Why?
And no man like me.
What?
And to be loved, that like a shoe. They like shoes and clothes and stuff. You understand? When the tweet do not want the little children to know that.
Why I hear say that all the way? Why you say that?
Because I spoke to Ron about it, and then I do nothing about it. You understand?
Yeah.
And the baby, you start from the babies to teach them one love, one God, one aim, one destiny. And I have the little book that any school it's in, when they make sure say it not teach.
No, Garvey teaching you know something you learn by heart, you know, something you learn by head.
Yeah.
It's not something to recite by heart. When you
need to practice the love, and the people must know that he was teaching one love, one aim, one God, one destiny. He taught us to love one another.
Then don't hold on.
Mr. Siaga, none of them want that to be taught in school.
All right, hold on a little. I Garvey first teacher to love one another.
No.
Oh, so don't bother point out that
no,
as.
If Jesus teaches for love, and Garvey teaches, teach so Garvey should teach so.
Then Jesus.
And you're supposed to have a Garvey. Hold on, you're supposed to have a Garvey club in school as well. But Ronnie don't want it there. Hello?
All the while I hear you talk the same thing over and over. I don't know what that have to do with tweets.
Anyway, let me tell you something else. This morning me say some people from Miami, some people from here, hide gone to Miami and then lock them up over there. Then detain them.
Hide go to Miami, what them do? Stowaway?
Yeah, and then detain them in Miami.
Stowaway in what? Boat or plane?
I don't know where they gone in the middle here, so then detain them.
But you just, every little thing you hear, you bring it and you talk about it. Suppose, you must try to find out if it's sensible thing, you know.
Come in a sensible that you try to tell me?
No, but you are sensible, not every...
Anyway, instead of them do that, but them to the I take one of the hotel. Down here. Bye-bye.
I want to say all right. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up, hello? Good morning and welcome to Straight Up, hello?
Morning, Jerry.
Yes, sir, welcome.
Oh, how you doing?
Fine, thank you, fine.
I want to ask Jerry, if our Prime Minister, or the Prime Minister of Jamaica,
Yeah.
if she really listen to herself some of the time, you know, I wonder if she represent we or she represent herself.
What make you wonder that?
Why she have it, eh?
What make you wonder that?
I mean to say, a woman, man, supposed to have certain quality, man, and she doesn't have it.
Like what? Like what quality?
No, man, they must have some form of tenderness about them, man, and she doesn't portray any at all.
Then you hold on there. You know, so she hug and kiss people every day tenderly.
But the manner in which she, manner in which she does it,
the hugging and kissing. The hugging and kissing.
Jerry, you what no?
She no hug and
kiss. Talk, I have to hold my head down. I can't believe say is a prime minister behaving like that.
No, tell me what thing. Tell me one sentence what you say.
No, man, her aggressiveness in her...
No, tell me the sentence. No, repeat.
Like when she was talking about the empty barrel issue.
Yeah.
Right? And she was talking about how Andrew is not even an empty barrel.
Yes.
That type of attitude there. And, you
no,
know,
hold on. Him did say she an empty barrel?
No.
Yes, man, him say she an empty barrel. Man.
No. All him say, Jerry, all him say is that when his grandmother told him that empty barrel make the most nice.
Oh.
Never call any name.
Oh, true. And so you say him throw so what you saying? Him throw no, what are you saying? What are you saying? That him throw a stone in a hog's thigh? That's what you're saying?
Exactly.
And you are saying that a hog ball out?
Exactly.
Well, no, you are just as bad because you're calling Prime Minister hog. It's not a joke. No. Holiness never.
Disrespect to the hog, them.
No, but anyway, if him you anyway, all right. No, anyway, no, talk the truth now. Talk the truth. No, talk the truth. Talk the truth now. If him use language like that, maybe what him saying is true. But if him use language like that, you shouldn't be surprised if she reply like that. I sure him don't have the same complaint that you have. I don't hear him complaining the same way you have.
Jerry, no care how you talk gently to the Prime Minister. She's going to her south. She does not know better. I'm wondering if she did something in her past.
So what you doing now? Alright, so you representing wholeness.
Pardon me?
You representing wholeness.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
No, man, I'm a supporter of the Jamaican Labour Party.
Then you represent wholeness?
No, I don't represent wholeness.
Alright, hear me now.
I'm a supporter.
Tell me something now. Tell me something now. Tell me.
To be a supporter of the
Okay,
Jamaican
well,
Labour
alright.
Party.
Tell me something now. When is the Labour Party? You see any possibility of the Labour Party and wholeness and the leaders of the Labour Party take a about turn and say, look here now. The whole history of Jamaica has been a history of exploitation of the mass of the people and rape. And we dedicate ourselves from this time on now to fight on every level to get back the rights of the Jamaican people and empower them to build themselves. When you think the Jamaica Labour Party ever going to take a stand like that?
Give him chance, he will do it.
Give him chance. Then who must give them the chance? Who must give them the chance?
The people of this country.
So you have to get elected. Hold on. So you have to get elected. Hold on. So you have to get elected before you take that stand.
So how are you going to rule without?
I'm asking you. No, you answer this. I'm asking you if a group of people have to get elected before they take such a stand.
Yes, I would say.
A joke you make, man. A joke you make. I forgot to another call. A joke you make. Joke you make. And they are making a joke of this whole thing. We have another call here. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. A joke you make, man.
Hello?
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up.
Hello, morning, Mr. Swan.
Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
See, every time I hear the government talk about this logistics hub and this logistics hub and this logistics hub, I think my personal view, them really bamboozling the Jamaican people. Because they need to explain to people that this side of the hemisphere, we have about 800 million people living here, right? That is America, Canada, Latin America, and all of places.
Yeah.
The largest part of the logistics hub is for like where you have it in Amsterdam and you have it in Abu Dhabi and them places there. So what I'm really saying, and with the Chinese, them just really generally Jamaican people. And the real technical jobs and the good jobs aren't there. It's like, it's just a little upper version more than the 807 garment factory that we had out here at one stage, right? And I'm saying the real jobs will come if we do the dry docking where you retrofit ships and like we're gonna have the post Panama ships now, the smaller vessels now they might retrofit them. If we could do that, you'd have more technical jobs. Right? And I mean, every time I even talk about this logistics hub and even with Maritime Institute talking to them, not telling the Jamaican people the truth. Because some of the courses that Maritime Institute offers, if these people were to work like even the dry docking, they'd have to do other professional courses that are relevant to the International Maritime Organization, right? For the Jamaican people to work in it. Like, for example, a finisher. I work like you come out here, right? Let's say that man wants to do marine finishes on a vessel. He would have to get particular certification that, let's say, Maritime Institute by itself cannot offer.
Are you there? Yes, are you there?
They have to get outside.
All right, tell me something now. All right, hear me now. All right, hear me now. Have you... is there any country or any community in the world that you observe that turn around them whole circumstance over a period of maybe 10, 20, 30 years, completely turn themselves around, and you observe them and admire them? Is there any such country or community in the world that you see and admire?
I admire Singapore.
All right, you study Singapore situation?
Yes, I studied.
And you know a lot about it, right?
Not tell. I know some things about it.
All right. Like how Singapore, the far now. Is there any other place in the world nearer to Jamaica and little from China, like that has turned itself around in a 10, 20, 30 years that you study?
I would look at. I don't see much in the Caribbean, and I don't.
No, so it's no. So therefore, the answer is no. That there's not another country that you have studied the success story of. So Singapore success story is the one that you know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what is one of the main ingredients that the Singapore success story took to turn it around in 10, 20, 30 years?
Lee Kuan Yew was truthful to his people.
Yes, and it's not him alone, you know. He was the leader of a set of people who decide now to live with them people, but be firm and disciplined, and them turn around the country in 10, 20, 30 years, right? So you know it's going to take a set of people with some discipline and who decide to set some example. Don't you know that? You understand that?
I understand that.
All right. So now you have to study how such set of people become possible for them associate with one another. I think he was a lawyer, not sure.
Yes,
but I think he was also a trade union leader.
Trade union, yes, sir.
So him have two group of people that him link with and that way him link with, where him can find other people him associate with a farmer like a team like that. Either in the trade union movement or amongst a lawyer or somewhere. You understand? Well, therefore now, you decide whether you would have really put in the rest of your life or work with a team like that.
Of course, if I see progress...
No, not about if. Not about if. No, such thing don't start with if. Such thing don't start with if. It starts with you.
You're with me.
Yeah, so you decide that already.
Yes.
Yeah, that means you're not going to put in you're not going to throw in your weight with people who don't stay so, you know. So you can't live out if, because there's no question of you throwing in your weight with people who don't have them discipline there. So the whole concept starts with you. Well, I urge you, don't give up, because I tell you, anyhow you determine to have such a turnaround in your family and your community, you must find You must find some other people who have that determination. Meanwhile, paying attention to them personal success. You know? So when I want you to give up your working and give up your saving and give up your planning. You know? If you go and work and go and save and go and plan and don't live by begging from other people. So you have to maintain them two things. Keep in touch. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, morning. Welcome.
Yeah, man. I listened to you a while ago with the brother there.
Which one?
And he was telling you about Andrew Woney.
Yeah.
Tell me something. We're ruled by democracy, you know. We don't take things by brute force. We talk to the people, try to educate them.
Yeah.
If this is the life they are living, there is no problem. Because majority love it that way and there is nothing we can do. But we are edifying the people, man, so they say, look here, you are living a life rather than a dog life. Because you can't find money to buy food. You are working, you can't cover your income can't cover your bills and all those things. So when you check it out, your light bill and all those things, many people have to turn to thief in light because if they pay the light bill.
Hold on.
Work, you can't pay a light bill alone.
Hold on a little. If you find that your light bill is too much for you, you see?
Not me.
I am talking to you. 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 If you find that your light bill is too much for you, what do you do?
What do me do? Yeah. You cut down half of the things.
Well, I agree with you. So go on. First thing you do, you cut down. First thing you do, cut down yourself. Yes, go on.
You know when to go in the fridge. And it's time to cut up and take it out through one day and done and nobody go back tonight.
All right.
And all those things. Yeah. So yes, that is the way it works. Andrew is pushing, Andrew now pushing out Tagawa business. He's telling people if you live in the life that you desire, nothing wrong about it. But I know that there can be a better life. And this government is not working in the interest of the people. He's only working for the interest of himself and his friend. When you check it out in the hospital where there is no medication there for people. Just a very few little water is there. Where your taxpayer money go. If you know that the bus company is running to a loss, give it to Jamaicans, make Jamaicans running and you draw money from them. Because the thief you are going in a bus company and I go on this so. Because they give you my bus to run and you can't carry no money, me get somebody else until you find a person.
Alright, hear me now.
Yes.
Well, since this government so bad and full. And no, you hold on. Don't cut into it. Don't cut into what I'm saying, because I never cut into what you were saying. If this government so bad and full, and if Andrew and the GLP can solve all their problems, why did they lose the election in 2011?
Tell me something. If I ask you a question, you will answer me. Why they kill God? It's for good or for
do we have any more phone call there? Because if I ask him a simple question, since this government so bad and full, and since film governments are smart and intelligent and film party, why them lose the 2011 election? And him don't answer me. You don't expect me to leave him and go to the next phone call. Are you there?
Two things in 1 year.
No, alright, cut him. Him still a vomit. Vomiting. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Vomiting up back the same thing. And eat and vomit. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Good morning and welcome. Straight Up. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Welcome.
Yeah,
yes, me I Wagwan.
King Selassie and Jah Rastafari. Go on, me just get a joke a while ago. I never know telling to kill God, man.
I
heard that Mr. Sheppy said a while ago.
Oh, Sheppy, Sheppy.
I heard that him say, why then did kill God?
Him don't answer the questions. Him come with some rhetoric.
Oh, boy, I'm there and give thanks to life again, you know?
Yes, sir.
And as you say, boy, I never get to meet your blessed daughter yesterday still, you know?
Yeah, man, I was hanging on, you know. But, I saw it go.
And I say, a present day to the empresses them over marketing here at Mr. Small.
Okay, UWI marketing.
Yes, man, Miss Bowen and Miss Arton.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, give thanks to them, you know, and give thanks to they explain the situation to me, you know?
Yeah, man, I Miss Bogle.
Yeah. Yeah, man, lovely ladies them in the institution, man. Someday you go there, you can meet some beautiful people, you know, Mr. Smart.
Yes, sir, may I tell you. time.
Yeah, man, come here to listen. There's open in Jamaica and good people there, you know, Mr. Small.
By the thousands and the million.
Then, you know, remember when I did go oral trace show, Mr. Small?
Yeah, oral trace,
you know, somebody found a bossy phone in our bathroom and carry it, come give him to advertise wood so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that is a sign of honesty.
Yes, yes. Some people say not everybody going to go swallow a smartphone if them find it.
Alright.
And some people wouldn't swallow it. Some people put it which part the sun not shining out. Till when sun got when sun
good people around, man.
Yeah, man. When sun Yeah, man, when sun gone down now.
Yeah, man, so I just talk about the humble family there this morning, Mr. Small. Mario Lane family.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Beautiful family, Mr. Small.
Yeah, me I tell you.
Man.
Me I tell you, boy.
You hear what the lady said last night, Mr. Small?
Yeah.
The lady said she wants justice for her son, and she hope that this thing don't not happen again.
Me I tell you, boy.
And she not only wanted justice for her son, but for all the Mario Deans out there, because you have Mario Dean when not even born yet.
Me I tell you. And
you know what that means, Mr. Small? You have Mario Dean when not even born yet.
Yes, I know. You know, say, and when you see the people, you know, say, I don't pose them, and I make up no personality like through them to camera.
I think that man, I feel them character, that man.
Yeah.
I tell you, I saw them people, man, but one advice to them, Mr. Small.
Yeah.
Because I tell them, say, nobody take no pat on no shoulder, no whisper in no ears one side, Mr. Small, the curve of the situation.
Yeah. Don't take no call from the governor, general, prime minister, or leader of the opposition for go cool off this.
Right. Justice you want, and a justice you shall get.
Yeah.
And not take pay off neither, because just paying off on a justice is a small, because somebody can just pay you off and say, boy, done with that case, yeah.
And then we tell you that the funeral is a gift.
Right, it's a gift. We have to give a certain amount, you have to put no money. You get a decent burial. Come up on the Coffee.
Yeah.
Take whatever your choice is.
Yes.
That is not justice.
And then and
come with also a reward of money, yes.
And at the funeral,
go to the court system and take it full course.
Yes, and then at the funeral in the front row, you might see the prime minister, the leader of the opposition, and the head of Indy come everybody a nice photo opportunity.
Right. And if they are present at the funeral, Mr. Small, they're supposed to have something to say they are sorry about this death, and them hope that the force will never make this again, and they will do everything in them power for them to do it again.
I don't want them to be sorry. I want them to be ashamed.
I tell you. So we give thanks, man, and we all work out, Mr. Small. I tell you, man, because this one not going to go like the rest, you know.
No. Well, thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, give thanks and praise. Rastafari.
Yes, good. Thank you very much for that. Good morning and welcome. We're not interfering in nobody's business, but this is all our business. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, welcome.
How are you, Jerry?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing, sir?
Okay, sir. I'm second time on the program, you know.
Nice, thank you for that.
You know what I want to say to you?
Yes, sir.
Over the years, you see?
Yes, sir.
When the two parties, they come up with the idea, you see?
Yes, sir.
By looking for the young leaders.
Yeah.
And kill them, right?
Yeah.
They always say they will reduce crime that way.
Yeah.
Do you see any crime reduced?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, the figures might reduce from time to time, but I don't see the criminal culture in Jamaica reducing at all.
Yes. Because you know why? When you kill a gunman, then, right?
Yeah.
A gunman.
Yeah.
When them children come up, you know, and hear that police kill them father.
Yeah.
They have grief in their heart, you know.
Yeah, especially if the police kill them mercilessly.
Yes.
You know? Definitely. If police kill them father in a shootout, I don't think a child going to survive, you know. But if them hold them father and lick him head.
Yeah.
And pin on a gun from him.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop going to Sunday school.
Definitely. You know, so if I believe if they catch them, carry them to justice, you know?
Yeah.
And things like that. Even when them children come up and hear that their father went to prison, they have their father that they can talk to and ask them what was the problem.
Yeah.
You know, so if their father was really a gunman still, maybe their father will tell them that don't throw away guns because that's a good thing.
Yeah, because you have a lot of men in prison who give talks to youth about those things, you know. A lot of men in prison go out and go to schools and give motivational talks, you know. A lot of men in prison and women in prison taking O level and taking A level and passing subject called distinction 1, 2, 3, you know. You know that?
Yes, yes.
So a lot of people in prison want to help the people outside and turn them away from that. A lot of them. Whole heap.
Yes, yes. Another thing about Reza Clark thing, now, you see, I'm going to give you a joke.
Yeah.
They have a man one time used to drink very heavily, you know.
Yeah.
So it happened that one day in drink. So drink too heavy, drunk, and couldn't get to go home. So he find himself in K&P.
Yeah.
And he sleep the night in there. So anyway, when he in the morning now, he look at beer out now and go home. My wife asked him where were he?
Yeah.
He said, 3 men hold him up and take away, drive him going down K&P and take away money.
Yeah.
You know, so you know who those 3 men was?
Oh.
Jerry and Nephew.
May I tell you?
So Roger Clark, no one that something, so that's why Roger Clark is the boy I'm up with drinking.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's that.
All right, thank you. So the gang name. But
Yes,
anyway, we're not run them out for no company in Jamaica, you know, so we don't want them so it.
No.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning. Let's go for a break, straight up. Welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Small. Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
And how are you doing?
Fine.
You know, Mr. Small, it's not good to badmouth people, you know.
No, you find out?
Eh? No, man, you're supposed to know that, man.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah, I know that, but I say if you find out.
But I know that for a long time.
Oh.
But what I tell you?
Yeah.
You know, because, Mr. Small, let me tell you something. As I said before, Mr. Small,
yeah,
there are people in this country who are benefiting from the economical situation, who are benefiting from government policies, but they fail to talk.
Yeah.
One thing, one of the reasons why I said that, Mr. Small, is I have been to the clinic in Duncans. Mr. Small, I remember one time I got a clinic, we placed run down and thing. And the last 2 years, they closed down for a time.
Yeah.
And no matter the place is pristine. Yes.
What is it is what?
Pristine.
Pristine.
Yes, ma'am.
That are next to prestige.
Okay.
But
it's wonderful.
Yes.
A
pristine, you know.
Pristine.
Yes, yes.
By
the way, how you on the bees?
Eh?
How you on the bees?
Bees?
Yeah.
Bees?
Yesterday you was telling me that you are a bee man.
What man? I tell you I don't wear bees. But I plan to go in that one soon.
All right, you say the clinic was pristine. The clinic.
Even now.
You're saying that the clinic was pristine.
More visits from dentists. That's why the most remarkable thing.
Yeah.
And that's small. You know, even mental health.
Yeah.
Now one time, you know, even now you know, there was a mad people visit on the road, you know.
Yeah.
That more people start.
But now them have them title.
Eh?
You was on the road, but now them getting them title.
Most people start take mental health more seriously.
And that's good, yes.
I know, sir, it is not something you can get anybody.
And you mustn't be too embarrassed and ashamed about those things.
Yes, I have noticed that. And that's a very good thing. And that because of education, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And because, you know, the government educates people about it.
Because you have a leader like Madiba.
Yes, we have a leader.
You know Madiba?
Yes, man.
Who names her?
Nelson Mandela.
Of course, and we have our own Madiba.
Yes, man. We have portions of our Madiba, man. A lady who really care about people. Because, man, some of our Paul Mountain Primary, it was on the news. But the people demonstrate because of water. So the school have lack of water.
Yeah, the school have...
Those are the same people who stole the water.
Yes, over the weekend, Mr. Tweed said with I am not talking with no water in my mouth, you know.
Such a people.
Me love me little man, Mr. Tweed said Friday evening the water supply was good up at the school.
Yeah.
And him not talking with no water in my mouth. Him say by Monday, the community situation say the pipe dry.
The community,
so you say them are you want them stay dirty?
No, but what you know?
The people them...
You're pitting at our school, you know?
Eh?
If you after that you are school, you know?
Yes, but them no want stay dirty. Cause Damien we draw them up for that. So
no man, that's small, you know, a Caribbean certificate in front of me.
You have a Caribbean certificate?
No, a CSEC.
Somebody else one?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I like a young lady come from that jungle, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, and she have 8 ones.
Yeah.
And biology care.
8 ones is how much?
Yeah?
8 ones is how much?
8 ones are 8, man.
Alright, go on.
Biology, Caribbean history, English A, English B, information technology, mathematics, principle of business, Spanish.
Yeah.
She have come from Immaculate.
Yeah.
She want got 6 farm.
Yeah.
Want to know what you can do, what you can do for her.
What we can do for her? Well, we send her come here and we send her here. Seriously, no? Send her here and let... Allow me, little man. Send her here and make we interview her as a guest. And I'm sure that she will get some support.
Okay, sir. I will do that. I'll make sure
but I don't like how you have her certificate in your position.
No, man. The word self, man.
All right, we have to go. Yes,
Thank you very much.
Yes, hold on. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, so many people pass so many subjects, so many youth Kwasi is my guest again, not even my guest, my correspondent again, contributor, resource person of Straight Up. So many people pass so many subjects beautifully, and then now them run up into the problem of how to pay for go further. But we soon come back to that, Kwasi.
Yeah, man. Greetings, Jerry. Greetings to
yeah,
your
man,
listeners.
Yeah, man. Good morning, sir. Welcome. Yes, go ahead, please. I'm so sorry. Hello? Caller?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Greetings, Jerry.
Well, go on.
That's the far right. Listen, from time to time...
Oh, this is Tekla. Tekla Mekfet. Yes, sir.
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
From time to time, your listeners get concerned about possible censorship of your program.
Oh, yes,
during you.
Yes.
But you're so skillful in the use of the folk language and the nuances that you escape the possibility of libel.
I hope so.
But I've been talking with some folks up at the university, and I hear that you're being censored in another way.
Yes, how?
Because I hear that you have a book which has been written, that you had an agreement with the Caribbean Studies people. And this book, with the sort of information that you so well put forward to us on the air, this book is not being published, although it should be out long ago.
Why?
What is this all about? Why are they censoring you in this? Why aren't they allowing us to use the substance of your book, the same substances we appreciate on the air?
Well, boy, it's better you bring it up than me, because it disturbed me also, because it was a result of this book why I even got invited to do this program on the air. And you know, they asked me to do a book, and I did it 2009, got it edited and everything. By 2010, handed over the manuscript. And as a result, the professor in charge of the department, it was Professor Carlin Cooper, initiated the invitation. Matter of fact, she had asked me back as way as 1990, she asked me to do a book. And it was 2009 that herself and her successor, Professor Williams, another lady, Professor Williams, both of them undertook at a public Caribbean conference at Pegasus, at Sheraton, to sponsor the book and to urge the university to sponsor the book. By 2010, I handed in the manuscript. I was invited to do the Walter Rodney lecture as a result of the book. And as a result of the Walter Rodney lecture, I was asked to do a program on this radio station. And the book has been sitting there blocked now for, it wasn't blocked for the first 2 years, but blocked for at least 2 years now. I had reason to ask the assistance of the head of the dean of the faculty, Professor Dr. Sweden Wilmot. I had reason to go to various people, including the principal of the university, both of them. And Professor Archie McDonald tried to help it along the way, and he got a reassurance that it would be put through. And then there has been blockage since that.
Yeah, but who? That is the doctor lady, the Donna something, is it?
Well,
is this the lady?
We'd
love to see this book out because of all that information that we know will be there.
Well, I put most of my heart into it. I couldn't say I put all of my heart, but I put most of my heart into it, and I have several more things to put out, and I've had to discipline myself extra amount to really cope with this, because as I told you, Dr. Sweden Wilmot, the head of the dean of the faculty, the principal of the university, and other people have urged it along, and yet it has been obstructed. And a lot of people and a lot of efforts have fallen by the wayside in this manner. I don't think this one is going to. It's like Kingston College Euro School. I think it might fall, but it will never yield.
Never yield. Never listen. Whoever is responsible, if it's the Dr. Donner Hope.
No, I don't.
I know that the whole public, we want to see and to read, to have available your knowledge and your folk philosophy. We want to see it out there. We see it as a sort of censorship.
Well, the university...
So the university should stop this. Whether it's the Caribbean Studies or wherever is responsible.
Well, two professors in succession, as I said, Professor Carlin Cooper from 1990 invited me to do this book here. And in 2009, 19 years later, herself and Professor Williams came together and authorized it. And they have given me every encouragement. Matter of fact, the university honored me by inviting me to be a folk philosophy fellow, succeeding Mortimer Planner in 1999. Yes, and I spent about a couple of years here, and I put every effort into it, and I have all of the goodwill in the world to the whole of the academic community. I have had to draw and even discipline myself some more that I don't make me get angry. And I'm not going to subject myself to depression.
And if they have any sense, that same Caribbean Studies and Linguistics section, they should be studying the way that you use language on your program. Because it's a way of using the folk culture to be able to say things and yet not be so obvious as to be libelous.
And don't you know that is one of the things
of language.
And this is one of the ways that the Europeans kind of were aggravated by the Africans, because the African had to use up language and even body language and all kind of thing on the drums.
Quite so. And you're resurrecting up a particular formula of this sort of language. Listen, we are saying to the Caribbean Studies program, Dr. Donner Hope, or whoever is responsible, we want to see this book. We want to benefit in a more solid way than when we simply listen on the radio. So will they put that book forward because it's worthwhile?
And also, even your lecture, your Bob Marley lecture, I am advised that the publication of your lecture and all the other Bob Marley lectures has been proposed, and is meeting with similar resistance.
What Herbert?
I don't know if you are aware of this.
I got a little inkling of this, but I didn't realize it was as serious as you are making it.
Because you gave the Bob Marley lecture in 2010, didn't you?
That's correct.
Yes, and I hear that that the highest of authorities want to publish it in a collection of Bob Marley lectures, and it is
people like Carlin Cooper, they get a fight. Why? She sort of paved the way for others, and others benefited.
Yeah.
But people sometimes, in order to have their own legitimacy, they try and undermine those who have influenced them.
But in rather than doing this, they should turn tanks.
Of course. And the people would benefit greatly from seeing these things published. Anyhow.
Well, thank you very much for the encouragement.
We want to see this thing published.
Well, thank you very much for the encouragement, dear sir.
You keep doing what you're doing.
I try my best.
It's for you. You are made for this.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your encouragement. Yes, and
Rastafari.
Yes, one love, Rastafari, may I tell you. Let's go for a break, straight up. Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. Now, last week I was talking, I think it's last week, Wednesday or Thursday, talking with Kwasi about one of his pet, not only peeves, but programs, which is the Reformation of the Constitution and of the rules of engagement in Jamaican politics and government. Primary of which is term limits for people serving the public politically, and the powers of recall of communities and constituencies. We're going to resume our reasoning. And Trinidad was a very nice little mirror that we were using. But let's get back to Jamaica. I don't know if you were watching the news last night. The first time I saw like a glimpse before, but the first time I got to get a little picture of Mario Dean's family. Did you see it?
Yes, I saw the news. Yeah, man.
But I tell you, we know that people put on them best when they're in public. But I am sure it seems sure to me that this is a real people. They must put in on a pose.
Oh, clearly, I mean...
What impression that family give you?
They seem very sincere and level people. I mean, the father, the mother, and the sister.
Yeah, both sisters.
Right,
I saw a second sister last night.
Right. And yeah, man, they seem level and very concerned. And you know what is very impressive though there is the international support that they're getting.
Yes, yes. They've attracted, you know.
Yeah, man, and that's
they have attracted it.
That's a game changer, you know. Yeah. Because this thing has to stop, you know. Has to stop. And
the problem is also international.
Yes, I mean it's happening. I mean not only in North America either, but I understand in other places like in England. Yeah, you know this kind of attack. And I think it is part of what is happening with the economy wider, you know, and the stagnation recently. Yeah, and the fact that economic progress now does not imply more employment.
Yes.
It actually implies less employment.
Yes, the economic progress is the progress of the large. Right. Are those just about to break into prosperity? Right. So who is about to break into prosperity have some good prospects. Who is already prosperous have some good prospects, but the vast reservoir of production is with the poor, and it seems like the arrangement is they have to remain poor to produce this prosperity for the few.
Right. I mean, you have ideal numbers of unemployment levels that are recommended by economists. You know, for example,
explain that more, man. May I tell you?
Well, they say that for the system of capitalism to function, it has to have a reserve army. Yeah. That reserve army, of course, has to be ready to be deployed as soon as they are ready.
In other words, they have to have plenty poor people.
Which are unemployed also. Yes. Are almost unemployed, you know.
So it suits them to have a large unemployed population.
It suits them to have it, and they don't say that you should have zero unemployment. What they're recommending is like sometimes 2% and sometimes 6%, you know, but there's always a percentage, and we're talking here percentage of millions. Yes. So it is a significant number that is ideally required by the system, you know. Yeah. But that is probably going a bit wider. It is relevant to our discussion on Jamaica, because I wanted to focus at first this morning, and we looked at the stagnation in the economy over 50 years, and we also need to couple that now with the unequal growth within the economy. In fact, you have while you're having a stagnant economy, the inequality between the people, economic inequality has been growing. Yeah, and that is only one thing that explains that. You know, is that some rich are getting richer. Yeah, and a lot more poor are getting much poorer.
So, like say 50 years, 64 till now, 62, 64 till now, there are vast numbers more of motor vehicles on the road. Prosperity look much greater. You see a lot more people with education and so on. But that is just the visibility thing. The poor are just as numerous or more. And food and the basic necessities costing people plenty more. You don't see so many people barefoot again. But people are more, I think people are more hopeless than 1964.
As you can probably recall, Jerry, the earlier days, the 70s and so on. Yeah. Drinking several beers at one sitting was pretty affordable to somebody who was employed at the minimum level within an organization, even with government, you know what I mean? And that you wouldn't be borrowing money to do that. Yes. Nowadays, the reason why they're drinking more spirit or alcohol is because it is cheaper to get high on 2 drinks of rum and 2 bottles of beer that cost probably $400. Yeah. You understand me? So right now, people definitely are not having parties, free parties that they used to have in the 70s and earlier. Yeah. Free parties happening everywhere during those times. So, as a young man living in Vineyardtown, I used to just come out on the street and listen out. Yeah. And then choose which one I'm going to try to get into. Yeah. And just free party.
Yeah. So drinks and food, everything free.
Free. I mean, you know, we were not always invited, but sometimes know somebody inside here. Yeah. But I mean, they're happening so much around that every neighborhood has free parties. People aren't having free parties now. Whenever a party, it is to raise some money. Yeah. The thing has changed, and that shows you that basically people are getting poorer in general. But they have more, they have cheaper clothes coming out from China, cheaper cars coming from Japan, deported and so on. That has allowed people even at a lower level of income
to
acquire these things, and that is very good. But that is not saying that the people are at a higher value earning. It's only that what they are consuming now are even cheaper in some respect.
Yeah, that is true. That is something that I didn't remember.
Right.
On the other hand, now, you have to be paying to go into most parties. But most parties, although them is pay party, they are sponsored by drinks companies who give the promoter a certain amount of liquor free, either to give away or to sell. And then when the young people become more and more addicted to those drinks, during the week now they will buy back from those drinks company.
It's all about addiction, you know, and fueling it, you know, creating it.
Yeah.
And
you get the people hooked first.
Right, you have to get them hooked, you know. So for some time now, because I worked in the beer industry.
Yeah.
And for quite some time now, I've been trying to introduce what is called alco pops, which are pop soda, sweet soda drinks mixed with alcohol.
Oh, that's a sweet now.
Right. And
sugar-coated pill.
I remember when it was first introduced to me, I was in the industry. To us, they kind of use the company employees to test the idea.
Yeah.
And everybody said no, because that is clearly aimed at adolescents and if not teenagers and probably preteens.
First drinkers, non-drinkers.
It's easy to drink. It's not bitter or sour like alcohol and water.
So them call
alco pops.
So
no, it has been it's regularized. Like there's the.
Them have a name for it in the US. What them call them again? Not mixer. Them have a name for it, man. I forget. Anyway.
But anyway, you know, right now, you know, like the Smirnoff has one right now. You know what I mean? And they have others out there. You know what I mean? Which are just alcohol mixed with sweet drinks.
Yeah.
So people can drink easily.
Yeah.
You know, and young people, it's aimed at young people. You know, like for example in the spring break and stuff, you know, that is what. So it has been some time now because there's nothing that sells as well, like for example as tobacco.
Alright, I'm going to come back to this now. As we were, I think it was that day that me and you were giving credit to Roger Clark, how he limited himself in terms of term limit, and he decided to exit electoral politics at a fairly reasonable age, and say he's making way for the younger. And that's how he came out of St. Elizabeth. Made the seat vacant. I think first Basil Waite went after it, then Kern Spencer. And Kern Spencer got it. And after Kern Spencer got no problem now, that time now Young Price came in. But it was as a result of Roger Clark kind of term limiting himself. And later when he was needed desperately to win a seat in Westmoreland, he was called out of retirement. But he had already voluntarily limited himself earlier. Now Roger Clark passed away. I never buy the Sunday paper till yesterday. Because I was so busy over the weekend. I buy it yesterday evening, Monday evening. And when I look in both Sunday papers, both the Observer and the Gleaner, I see a full page advertisement of Roger Clark holding up a red stripe. A full page advertisement, red stripe, you know. Roger Clark holding up a red stripe there. And the headline say inspiration. You think this is proper? You don't think this is an abuse? If them even give him family money to pay for the funeral, you think this is proper?
Well, it looks like it's pure exploitation of a sad moment. In our
Can you imagine this?
Commemorate the man, you know?
Holding up their product. And especially at a time when Roger Clark's last message to Jamaica was, I am going to stop my alcohol drinking ways because there must be a limit to that. Before you reach the end of life, you must stop that. Live a healthy lifestyle. I'm going to lose some weight and come back to Jamaica and make surprise. That was his last message, you know.
It is the nature of our society now, you know, Jerry, that charity is done in order to have promotion of organization, you know what I mean? So they take any opportunity to do that. But Jerry, I wanted to just touch back on the question of the inequitable growth.
Inequitable growth.
We're not even growing.
Yeah.
But inequity in the economy.
Yeah.
And as I say, that Jamaica is one of the worst countries as far as inequity in terms of income earning.
Unequal, yeah.
In the region.
Yeah.
You know, where it's at the top.
Unbalanced.
Near the top.
Yeah.
And what is responsible for that? What is responsible for that ultimately, you know, is that the political institutions are exclusive.
Exclude.
Right. They
them keep out
a lot of people, and therefore these people who are excluded from the political institutions are not able to get the change that they require in the general conditions of the economy to benefit them.
So in other words then now, the big businesses and the people who are successful, the government treat Jamaica like a hotel where those big people, those big interests are served by the political people, but it is paid for by the voters. Because this must be a result of who can afford to pay more tax not being taxed and who can't afford it paying the maximum. You know?
And right, there's basically several ways. I mean, because the political exclusion of the majority of the people lead to the extraction from the majority of the people to the privileged people.
So you're extracting all the nutrients out of the poor.
Right, and we see that consistently.
All right, we have to go for the 10 a.m. headline. 11 a.m. headline, straight up. Yes, good morning and welcome back to Straight Up. I have my guest here, Kwasi, regular contributor to the program and to the ideas and the discussion. I'm your host, Jerry Small. Now, one thing will pain me, every time this year, more and more, and I'm just going to leave it to Kwasi after that. Every time this year, more and more, people coming out of high school by the thousands. They are not, the numbers of youth who pass in 6, 7, 8, 9 subjects with ones, mostly ones. Some of them up to 14, 15, 16 subjects, mostly ones. Thousands of youth coming out now qualified to start get trained and work. And most of them, family can't afford to send them on to more specific training. And the rest who are ready for employment with all 9, 10, 1 can't get a work. Some of them having to be accepting $5,000 a week work, $7,000 a week work. So we are encouraging the youth to do great, and we can't find a good job for them. We can't find the money to educate them.
Well, Jerry, this all points to the economic stagnation. You know, lack of growth in the economy implies lack of jobs.
Lack of growth.
Right. Lack of growth in the economy.
That means lack of job also.
Right, definitely. But it's not all growth in the economy produces jobs. You know. We know that it is the small and micro sectors.
Yeah, the small business them.
When they grow, it means jobs grow.
More jobs, yes.
But when the big sectors grow, often it means jobs are reduced.
Yeah, because most time them use machine and computer for spread, for
right,
multiply.
And outsourcing and all kind of things that they may use.
Yeah.
So every country is not recognizing that growth amongst the small and micro is the engine of growth. And
even in the United States.
Right, everywhere.
The small business bring job.
And the small business also spawn businesses that big businesses eventually try to purchase also, creating wealth and fortune for those who had innovated while they had nothing much. You know?
Yeah.
So therefore now in our economy we are producing these graduates of high school and even higher institutions of learning.
Yeah.
And don't have anywhere for them to go because if the economy has not been growing and where there has been growth amongst the large businesses, therefore they're not producing more jobs, and small sectors are actually suffering more and more. So we have the situation where graduates are just pouring into the streets and not having anything to do.
So if them pouring into the streets and them so bright from them that third, fourth farm them so bright, if them get an opportunity to do phone scamming or any other thing, credit card fraud or any other thing that takes some brains.
Right. You know, credit card fraud. If you notice, the crime now has moved to the level that people are using, high technology.
Yeah.
To facilitate these things that they have to learn for themselves, not being taught.
Yeah.
So these are bright people who are also resourceful.
Them all even have camera pointing at the ATM machine.
But that is because of the great inequality between the income levels within the country.
Yeah.
On one side.
What about inside a company? The income level inside a company?
It's the same. It's a reflection of outside. On one side, you have massive wealth with people living in mansions.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, you have people living in grovels.
Hovel and groveling and squatting and no water and no toilet.
I'm telling you. And therefore, what does that lead to? That leads to naturally to a jealousy.
Yes.
But also knowing the history of how wealth was created in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Since piracy and so on.
Yeah.
There are some people who use that to justify their own actions, piratical actions. You know?
So hold on. So if the vast majority of families and youth so poor, when youth like that come in custody, it can take 2 weeks him find somebody for bail him. A youth going to custody if you going to police custody if you are spliff. It can take 2 weeks for the family find somebody for bail him or put up some money for bail him.
Yes, because they need to at least have 2 utility bills.
Yeah.
In your name.
Yeah.
And I mean, 2 is not everybody.
So are you, especially that I work in youth now. I work in youth. I work as security guard or a $5,000 a week or $4,000 a week job. Go get hold of that split. First thing is 2 weeks after him work, when him not get paid.
Lose the work.
Lose the work. And him family have to find the bill.
And him vex with Babylon.
No more.
So you see now he might even start think like a wicked man.
Yeah.
Because you must think constructive before and go find a little work.
Look for Maria Dean family. You think is that when you hear the people him talk, when you hear him father talk, him mother talk, him sisters, when you hear him sister talk or him bossy, I know him supervisor, I know him discipliner and demanding higher levels from her. You think it's a loaf to you that?
No, then you look at him ID. Him is a data entry person.
Yes,
ID,
but him willing to go work in a construction.
Of course, because him not a loafer, clearly. No. And therefore him have a pride of a self-reliant person. And
they can't come from a family like
right.
that.
And that is what the self-reliant people who run into problems with outside there in Babylon. Yeah.
Because people saying to themselves, you should why not join the police? You shouldn't be no construction worker. You should join the police and be roughing up youth out the road.
And when they see you come in, Jerry, and they think that you come from a certain area, when you give them an address, the area that he comes from too, in those sectors, they discriminate against you. Even this morning, I heard you talking.
But the home where him come from look nice. The house.
But I mean,
that is the thing, you know. You're right. Because you have some nice housing mixed in with some of the depressed economy. Some nice housing because people have house pride.
But Jerry, I just want to mention that it's kind of have this attitude of youth and broad brush when you come on to the lower income areas, you know. For example, they talk about the community taking away the water from the school. No, you and me know that it's probably a few people who did.
Out of the community,
right? And but nevertheless, we may refer them to as community.
Yes.
And
broad brush.
As a man who live in one of these communities, I don't.
You have to resent it,
Not even a majority of the people.
No.
The small minority of people actually carry out all the socially poor bad deeds.
Yeah, I know.
But the whole community gets wiped like that because it is a thing continuing from slavery.
Yeah.
Where all the blacks, all the people who live over there, are just not.
And then now when something happens, them demand say, hand over that person or else it's a scorched earth policy. We're going to burn down all of the houses.
We are in control of the small minority.
Yeah, so you're going to burn down all of the houses down there if you don't give up.
Right, and when they come in, they come well armed, and there's no way for poor law-abiding people to be armed.
But up to the other day in your community, at least 6 months ago, more than 6 months ago, the peace was being maintained beautifully. And then some police from another area sent in there and trigger off some things that a youth from down they come up about 2 days straight to me, you know. So the police said them will kill him, them determined to kill him, and them don't know what to do. And it's police from outside because him and the Augustown police getting on good.
Yes, you know, you have this kind of thing occurring, you know. You don't know if it's just a system working itself because if the local police and the people have a certain level, then you might have this external police coming in and doing what they were sent to do, you know.
So people pulling strings from outside.
Yeah, very often, you know, because for whatever purpose, they even to maintain themselves, you find that it's good for these violent actions to occur. Apparently, you may never get promotion. There must be somebody of it because it is always like that. But Jerry, all of this distinction between areas and inner city areas and ghettos and all of that is part of the inequity and unequal income earning in the country. The extreme one.
Yeah.
This has been noted. And the crime that has resulted is largely sustained by this great unequal distribution of income.
Yeah. Now, look on a company now. Some of the bank workers them I get paid some very low wages for the skills and the service them offering. And at the end of the year, one executive getting 200 million bonus.
I'm telling
And
you.
next one getting 100 and odd million bonus. Meanwhile, people being laid off and people wages on hold.
You see, that is demonstrating what is happening in those large organizations. The managers are charged only with the profit making, and people make profit by reducing costs and by increasing income. Where you have a stagnant economy, reducing costs become primary, and they are giving large bonuses in order to do this.
Yeah.
So it is, it is just like the politicians. When we have even a new slate of candidates go in, they may go in with the very best intentions,
Yes.
But it's so difficult to do good and so easy to do bad.
Yeah.
That most of them get spoiled, and who don't get spoiled get thrown into the backbench.
So now when I go into a company, because it happened to me at least 3 times, when I get a job at a company intending to do great things, after a while it is suggested to me to adopt a certain kind of culture against the workers who I supervising. And if I resent that or don't do that, my promotion path gets stifled right away.
I experienced that myself, man. I experienced going into public works as an engineer, and I'm feeling very comfortable with the draftsman them.
And people so-called below you.
Well, they were thought like draftsmen were below us for some reason. I don't know why.
Because you're an engineer, you mustn't.
I was told.
You mustn't eat lunch with the draftsman. You mustn't have a drink with it.
Yeah, you mustn't. Right, exactly. You mustn't socialize. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it doesn't look good. I mean, I was told that at several levels. And it used to be almost institutionalized in some areas, because especially where the English had a lingering management element out here.
Yeah.
They definitely promoted things like separate dining rooms in the workplace, for the executive or for senior executive. Sometimes have 3 dining rooms for the different levels, you know what I mean? Separation, and that is only coming from our slavery background too, with the lynch and all of that kind of thing, It works effectively though.
Yeah.
But it's becoming expensive, so they're kind of doing away with it.
So no, but we're just explaining discussing the thing to make people kind of refresh people, because most people know what you're talking about.
So Jerry, the whole thing about it, is that many things we are seeing, the crime and the bling and the mansions and the poverty and all of that, is a result of the unequal income distribution.
Yeah.
Now the whole point about it is that government, which is authorized to look at the general economic and social conditions, are to come up with policies to encourage not only economic growth, but to reduce unequal income in the country.
Yeah, to spread the prosperity.
Right.
Both by encouraging better treatment of workers, but also to spread the tax dollar, because the poor are not benefiting from the tax dollar as much as the rich.
Right, and you mentioned a very important point, because taxation is one of the principal way that government can use
to correct
things that are resulting naturally from the economy, because the economy leads to rich getting richer, and the poor getting poorer naturally.
Yeah, naturally.
And it has been accepted that taxation and other measures are required in order to reduce that contradiction,
Yeah, the taxes that collect.
But in our country, what do we see? We see a tax like GCT, 16.5%.
Yeah.
Now, GCT applies to items of consumption. And the poor people...
I mean, everybody have to buy those things.
Right. But the poor people spend all their money buying items of consumption. And they are taxed at 16.5%.
Yeah.
Whereas the rich people spend a very tiny part of their income, probably 1% in some cases, 2%, 5%. Buying items of consumption, they save, invest, or whatever their money otherwise.
Yeah.
And therefore, only 5% of their money is subjected to 16.5%.
Yeah.
So therefore, now these people income as a whole is less affected proportionately by the GCT than other poor people income.
Yeah, because you only pay GCT on things that you're buying every day.
Right.
So if you only taking quarter your pay or 1/10 of your pay and buying things and buying services.
Right.
The rest of your pay not tax. It just invest. It just invest and earn more money.
And Jerry, that kind of taxation is called regressive. And all the people that know about it, regressive taxation is more burdensome on the poorer people. You have progressive taxation, where, for example, the income is taxed.
But tell me something now, before we go to a call, I'll call it there and I probably want to talk to you. You think, say, the leadership of the political party. I'm not talking about the low level, so-called low level people in the party now. You think that the leadership in the political party understand? 1 and 2 people understand them thing, you know. Peter Phillips, Omar Davis, and Paul Wells, and Bunting, and some more of them understand this thing. You think the leadership, the general leadership of the political party understand them thing, or even determined to do nothing about them thing? You think so?
I think the second one comes first. I don't think they're determined to do anything about these things, because you have people like the late Professor Gerban, who has been talking almost in the wilderness as far as Jamaican society is concerned. Concerning all of these kind of things in Nigeria for years, you know, because right now it has been recognized internationally that for economic progress to be sustainable, it has to be inclusive.
Yeah.
And that's why Jamaica don't have any progress, because our economy.
You know why? Governments have been geared to serve outside governments.
And
instead of serving people.
Upper classes.
Yeah, when politicians get into authority in Jamaica, them seek out outsider and rich Jamaican and say, what we can do for you? Instead of them say, what we can do for the people.
Exactly.
We have some calls. I suspect them want that. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Morning, Jerry.
Yes, sir. I'm going to turn you right over to Kwasi. Address him.
Yeah, man. One love.
Gone.
Moti always quote a thing, you know, where he said that country faces disaster when the slave become the master. That don't mean you mustn't have upward mobility, you know. But where I think it means is that when people come from the bowels of the poor,
yeah,
and become empress, them get frightened.
Yeah. But not all, because Nanny did reject that frightenness.
Well, you have to have the head if you can deal with it.
But Nanny had both the head and the tail because she returned the fire.
Yeah. No question, Kwasi.
Yes, sir.
The youth, them where they are university now, you see? Where it's for them parents in charge of the civil service now. Right? And not care how them parents are run the country rotten and are run it to a wreck. Them don't concern about that. The only thing them concerned about is when the rest of we as citizens consume and say, pay a little more with the education that you're getting. That at the time, papi your black off. And then little more 6 months later, everybody come and I tell you, well, I have degree long from papi into parade.
Hey, give Kwasi a chance because I have him chomping at the bit here now.
Yes, Garnet. What you're pointing to still is the very narrow self-interest that is very general in our society right now, and it's a result of a politically inspired philosophy that we moved to in the 80s. We are saying that it's time we stop reason and concern about have wider concerns about the citizens, community, and so on, which was very rampant in the 70s and was identified as part of the so-called progressive movement. When the country changed to another route of liberal economy, freeing up everything, and it's like every man for himself. So basically, the social consciousness went down. There are other reasons too, because there has been a forfeiture of legacy from the academics, social and political scientists at the University of the West Indies.
All right, I want to repeat that now in a plain English, because exactly what I just write down, but just repeat in a plain English. Exactly so.
Okay.
The forfeiture, them dash way.
Right, coming up, from the 30s or even the 20s coming through. There's always been, the intellectuals in Jamaica have always been, and I'm not talking only those that are formally educated, I've always been looking at the social problems and addressing them, from Garvey come through to the national movement and so on. In the 50s come straight through. In the 70s this continued, with that kind of socialist and democratic socialist
people like, even like G. Beck,
right,
and even untrained people.
Right, and then, but what happened suddenly in the 80s was that because of certain things that had to do with what happened in Grenada, I think there was a bad conscience that overcame most of the people who are now in charge of the political and social science research and education in Jamaica.
And some of them find them way into the political arena, because Peter Peter Phillips in that time became involved in party politics.
Right,
Monron then was in party politics already, third party.
And a lot of them became Catholics.
Brian Meeks, Chevans,
right.
Rupert Lewis, and a lot of the females too.
And a lot of them became Catholics too. Because,
boy, you bracket it neat, boy.
So what happened though is that they have...
You hear what I'm saying, Garnet?
Yeah.
A lot of them became Catholics, and the Catholic Church encouraged a lot of liberal and even revolutionary things, you know, but it gave a place.
In the 70s and so on, the Catholic Church had liberation theologists who were actually behind a lot of stuff happening.
Even Garnet Roper even looked like a Catholic that way.
But what happened though is, Garnet, is that since that time, the social and political critique,
so-called middle class / intelligentsia, it changed.
Yes, and we have not have a continuation.
Well, Garnet.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where Kwasi say. It's the same thing where you say, I me just write down, you know. And I've been talking about since morning. About half of the educated and the trained people, them forsake or give up the liberation struggle. Them left out the rest of the people and nobody with that. Them just comfortable with a flat screen and the trips abroad and give them children a decent life.
And they are not taught anything about what occurred in the 70s, which is seminal to what is going on now in the post-70s period, because their conscience is not free.
Garnet, look here. We have three more calls.
Yeah.
I want to take them and see how much them are knitting with what Kwasi is here to help us with. Good morning, welcome. Thank you. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Smart.
Welcome. Well, hello, sir.
All right, Mr. Smart. Morning, Kwasi.
Greetings, man.
Yeah, I want to tickle your brain a bit. Some of our fundamental problem we have is how we measure wealth in this country. In Jamaica, when you have house and credit card, them say you're blessed. And if you don't have these material things to show, them say you're of the devil or God never want you have it.
Prosperity doctrine.
As a result of that, now, we don't use the consciousness or the creativity of our people or the courage to measure wealth. And we compound it further through the religious rhetoric by undermining people, telling them that they're born in sin and shaped in iniquity.
I believe
so. They live in ghetto, and it retards a lot of our populace.
Yes.
Especially the male child, you know?
Yeah, man.
I reckon you really refer to some of the ways of thinking that are inherited from the whole history of slavery and colonialism, where in that system, those who worked, labor, were poor, and those who never had to work or labor were rich and lived in the great house. And that same great house is what informed so many of us of our wishes to get into a very big house that is bigger than what we can even use.
We can't sustain it now.
Right, and sustainable at certain points. So what happened is that all of these are some of the things that are the values. It's gone off.
Yeah, go on.
But these are some of the values that we inherit from the past, and that is why we need to have a updating social critique all the time of what is happening and what has happened, so that we can get rid of some of these things.
So hear me now. So that explains why some people who could be living well above this economic level, like yourself, an engineer, cannot let go of certain involvement, because you could be living on the hill in one of the biggest houses built by your own construction company. But some of us, I'm not going like we don't know high and righteous and great, because there's a good amount of it. At least half of the people who acquire certain skills still hold on upon the future, and some forsake the liberation struggle. But we're going to go for a break and come back. Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small, and we have our resource person here, Kwasi, and he's going to take your question. Straight Up. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Welcome. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Small.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Go ahead.
Crazy how you sir. I support everything you're saying, right? But where does education play its role? Where then you can hear persons who are 35 or even younger still holding on to some old things, some things maybe I don't even know if it is post-colonialism or
some new ism, because education should allow us to think differently.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, Kwasi.
Okay, education.
All right, no, hold on. What we're going to do, we're going to take the 3-4 phone calls and Kwasi going to respond to them.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
I have been working with a construction company and an engineer.
All right, go ahead.
I was a general supervisor, and the engineer told me I should not have lunch with the people, and I should not talk to them. So I asked him, how do I communicate if I should use some cryptic method and do it?
Yes, okay. All right, we're going to we're going to take 2 more calls, and then Kwasi will respond to. Yes, sir? Thank you very much. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Next caller, Kwasi. Good morning. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
I am. My name is Cheyenne Chin. I am a student.
Can you talk about a little Cheyenne Chin?
Yes, I recently got accepted to University of the West Indies. However, my family is unable to meet the financial requirements.
Yes.
And I'm seeking help to help assist in paying the tuition fee.
Can you speak up some more, ma'am? We want to hear every word you're saying.
I recently got accepted.
I heard that part, but yes.
Of the West Indies.
Yes. What you want to study? What you want to study?
Literatures in English.
Literatures in English, and how you intend to use them?
I intend to use them to go about in my career path.
Speak up a little more, please. We are hearing you.
I intend to use my degree to
yes,
go about my career path. I want to become a journalist.
Journalist.
I think literatures in English does not limit me to only journalism.
No.
I can explore more career paths with literatures in English.
Yes.
I am now seeking financial.
The first thing I wanted to do.
Yes.
Is to don't hang up and leave a number to the producer. The next thing I wanted to do is to listen to my brother Kwasi, who is an engineer and an academic and very concerned about situation like your own, and see what we can glean from him immediately. And then when we take one number, we get we keep in touch with you. And I want my number to be given to you also. Don't hang up and listen. Here, ma'am. Next call. Okay. That's Miss Cheyenne Chin. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
You know that I went to Haiti in 1985.
You went to Haiti in 1985?
And the people in Haiti was drinking water off the road. Religion is very high in Haiti. The Catholic. Catholic, then Catholic. That's what them do.
All right, thanks a lot.
Let me finish now.
Me think you finish, Lick.
No. You see, you, man. The next thing I want
it's not your Catholic, though.
Jerry.
Yeah.
You know, say, I know me not get no phone from the people them say that the company I rinse my money. What we must do?
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Me don't know what that means. Explain.
You said them I rinse it. Well, you said them I rinse it. Don't dash your phone.
Thank you very much. Never get my credit. Then I have no money, no credit from my phone for call my mother them who they supposed to buy some food for, and the post office say, I can't get no money until tomorrow.
All right. Don't feel no way here, man. We have one more call for Kwasi. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Smart.
Yes, sir. Yes, man. Thank you very much. Same brother is back.
The sustainability of the lifestyle now.
Hold on. Just a little clearer with the voice.
Yeah, the
sustainability. You hearing him, Kwasi? Yeah.
Sustainability of the lifestyle of the people now.
Yeah.
Who have elevate themselves among the so-called poor. You know, they can't sustain it because we live in a country where the currency cannot run the country. And they are willing to use all tricks in the book to safeguard themselves. How do we elevate and educate ourselves?
All right, we're going to allow Kwasi to address his mind to these questions. We're going to take one more call. Is there one more? One more. And then after that, we're going to lock for a while. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning, Jerry, and good morning, guest.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Greetings.
Yeah, let me hear your point of view on this. You think the mulattoes them that lead Jamaica towards independence, do it in the...
Are you there?
Political wealth.
Hold on. Let me start again. The Jamaicans that led the country towards independence, did they what?
Did they led by the mulattoes, did they only do it to gain political wealth in order to gain economic wealth? And now they gain economic wealth, they ditch the political governance and the darker shade of people, the black people that was in the union.
All right,
really can't govern.
All right, I'm going to take the liberty to answer this one. Kwasi might also address it, but we want to give him at least 6 minutes to answer those 4 callers. Now, in my opinion, I was around and I was aware at the time. Those same mulatto leaders that you were talking about, they are not just mulatto, they were blacks too and whites. But I know you're talking. I'm telling you this, for at least 20 years before the independence in 62, they were being flattered by the colonial authorities to feel as if they were the answer to the people's problem and they were the whole solution. They were flattered and they thought very much of their chances to make Jamaica into a nice country. And in the flattery of them, they decided to maintain good relationship with the so-called mother country and all those things. And they got derailed from being a national movement completely with the flattery and the access to status and the nice suits and police guarding them and opening them door. But I want to hand over to Kwasi. I'm going to answer your four callers in about 6 minutes.
Jerry, just on your last comment, it is clear then at independence there was not much change apart from in appearance, you know?
Yeah.
And that is an essential thing to understand in our present situation.
Yeah.
So going back to Garnet's question a little bit, as you were saying, the people who are now in charge of the education of the students have themselves, not all of them of course, but predominantly the leadership in government and social science, not being transmitting all that should be transmitted for their students to understand their history in such a sensible way that they can interpret what is happening to them now. And the predominant approach since the 80s of liberal economics meant that it is every man for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So basically there is no reflex to unity as before.
Yeah.
The second caller spoke about the self-aggrandizement of I think it was engineers and so on. They go and build big house. Of course that's coming again from the values that we inherited from the slavery colonial system, and that has been unchanged, but it's also facilitated by corruption. I will tell you that most engineers living on an ordinary salary in government especially don't have much money to distinguish themselves too much from the middle class that they may be in. Those who are able to go much further are either become savvy businessmen.
What kind of businessmen? Savvy, very smart.
Very smart, right? Or they are more than likely be involved in the significant corruption that unfortunately many engineers have the ability to participate in. I mean, the opportunity to participate in.
Yeah, going around regulation, disguising.
Right, and we see that many times in our various scandals. A lot of scandals in Jamaica have to do with engineering, constructions, you know. And so these people have been able to be large.
Substandard work and all them things.
Or substandard with regard to the expenditure, because you can only pay corruption by paying more than what is valued.
Overestimate.
Paying more than what is valued.
Yes.
So one may start to question, for example, the role of education, you know, and especially in view of all of these things in producing to some extent corrupt professionals. You know, we see that amongst the lawyers too, and doctors have been to some extent molesting patients.
Yeah.
You see all of that, and also in the lack of jobs for new graduates.
Yeah.
All of this is speaking to our society is ill.
Yeah.
Many ills in our society. There is insufficient social work being done, for example.
Yeah.
Insufficient protection of people. And there is no jobs being provided at all because of the stagnation of the economy, and successive governments, including the present one, are proving themselves unable to have any turnaround. They are not pursuing policies that will be sustainably provide for growth. And myself, as well as the coming generation, my own generation, are faced with these problems, and we need to unite to find some solution there.
What about the sustainability of lifestyle? Well, there are two colors. We have 2 minutes to finish. There are two there.
Okay, in terms of this lady who I called you about youth acceptance.
Yes.
I wish her well, because what is happening in education is reflecting what's happening in society as a whole. It's becoming too expensive for those who need it, to afford it, you know. And therefore it's becoming more exclusive to those who can pay for it.
Yeah.
And those who borrow money to do it are being persecuted and followed, even though they can hardly find jobs. So this is only a reflection of the mismatch, what is happening in our society. Things are not at all harmonious in development and affecting the individual, and it's devastating the young. Well, you had basically spoken to the last call in terms of mulatto.
Yeah, but there's a brother talking about the sustainability of lifestyle.
He was the one who spoke about, I think, about the engineers.
Yes.
I was mentioning that I think he was saying that the large houses that they build and sustainable lifestyle. I was saying to him that with additional income outside of legitimate income through corruption and so on, all these things are.
As the leader of the opposition getting a lot of heat about building a super mansion there, although his wife is I hear that she's a construction engineer.
Yes, but you must also remember that in our process that the authorized, powerful have been putting themselves in the position, and he has fallen into a very happy circumstance that he's benefiting from a pension that is very exclusive in Jamaica. The pension of all people who have been prime ministers is made equal to the
incumbent,
salary,
the person who is there now.
The incumbent.
But does that kick in before he retire?
Well,
at least him can plan.
Outside, no, once retirement age.
But hold on, but if him have that in the future, people will advance him all about credit, even if him not collect now.
Right, but is that retirement?
It's bankable.
Is that retirement age? Or does that mean that?
I think it's after you leave politics.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's very bankable.
Right.
So people will extend a whole of credit to you.
And
if them know so later.
They were bringing about, Jerry, of that that privileged pension position. I don't think there's any other pensioner in Jamaica.
Yeah. Who is pegged?
Who's pegged at the
1-to-1
incumbent employee.
1-to-1.
I mean, that is just a great manifestation.
Furthermore,
of the exclusivity of the political institution.
It all pegged to the US dollar. We have to go for a break straight.
Okay.
Yes, good morning and welcome back to Straight Up into the home stretch of this program here. We have Kwasi here when we're answering any more phone calls, but we have some text messages. Jerry, all students should be allowed to ride free, whether or not in uniform, during the time stipulated by the JUTC. They should just show their ID. I think, what them say, only uniform? Yeah, ID I think is more important than uniform, because anybody can pull on a uniform. Next one. Play, we all gonna sing the same song by Israel Vibration, coming from Rasiran. Well, Rasiran, we will try the best. Next one. Bongo, were there Dons or era leaders before Jamaica got independence? No, there weren't any Dons as such. But they did have some era leader, but they were more on that discipline. But the politicians used to use them same way. And don't believe like say Siaga and Dudley Thompson start no gun warfare. Gun warfare are going long before them. From 1942 at least. Next one. Jerry, is now the time for people of like minds to come together and boycott the JUTC by carpooling and pay towards gas contract with the same taxi operator. And this suggestion also coming from people who should know, because this person is in America where these things operate with good effect. Next one. Jerry, I'm telling you, it's not just cabinet. Roger Clark was the only high-profile PNP at Motti's funeral. That's true, I was there. There were other PNP there, but you could call him the only high-profile PNP. That's true. Next one. It's a smaller one. I wasn't aware of the fact that tasty was associated with health or healthier food. Well, that is it now. And yet, them get that concession. And I fight against tasty, but we want the best for our people, especially when they're in a hardship. Best prices to and best value for money. Next one. Jerry, even when my son was attending Jamaica College, I used to pack lunch for him. And he was very happy to carry it, yes. And when I was going to JC, my old lady pack lunch me every day. And the boy, them have enough money to go buy a tuck shop, and them beg me my lunch. And I have to get out. Sometimes I get out all 6 sandwiches and I have enough to eat for myself now. Because I 8-9 sandwiches more there. And some good drink. And I talk about sugar and water and I don't know. Oh. Next one. Jerry talking about Jones. Did Ken Jones walk in his sleep? Yes. Well, I don't know if him walking in his sleep, but that was the explanation given. That was the explanation given, and it was a bright and rising star in the government of the day. Next one is that principal. If that principal had good intentions, he would have made it a more open process to decide who will provide or what they will provide. I believe that parents attached to the school should have some decision making in these things. Parents and teachers together, principal, yes, principal and chairman of board have enough responsibility. But if parents have more input, I think they will get more value for money. Next one, my comment. Next one. Yes, sir, as a farmer, some more text messages, please. Yes, sir, as a farmer, I know that energy of being alone that you are talking about. I'm talking about when you just be by yourself and be quiet little, and that refresh you and refurbish you and make some spiritual and also material and all kind of thoughts come to you clearer. Yes, as I repeat again. Yes, sir, as a farmer, I know that energy of being alone that you were talking about. And as you say, we need others. Stay with positive and draw away from negative. But yet you have to still move amongst negative people and help them. Okay, and just leave them behind. But you have to strengthen yourself. Because you know, say, empty sack, what name? Empty sack.
Barrel.
Empty bag can't stand up. No, the barrel can't stand up. Empty barrel can't stand up. But empty bag can't stand up. And on the other, on the empty barrel, we roll down the hill and make a whole noise. And we're not talking about no prime minister, low, we're not about to draw with tongue into that. Next one. I just hope that Mario's father didn't observe this procedure. I did for a loved one, and by far one of the hardest things I've ever done. It will hurt him more. I think I mean in the autopsy. Next one. What is the meaning of show off? Not everyone will be of the same personality. They are just different from you. What is the meaning of show off? I don't remember what reference you're talking about. But I think everybody think you know show off. I think I mean, when you talk about show off, I mean when you flash, whether possessions or abilities, and kind of boast off, boasting thyself and exalting yourself, you know, whether over material or possession or abilities. Next one. Jerry, do you know if the former Brooklyn-based Jamaican gang named the 90s Posse was PNP or GLP gang? No, I have to find out from some people who was there. Next one. What do you think, Mr. Small? Did the U.S. government force Bruce Golding to resign based on his involvement in Dudu's case? Now, Bruce Golding's incumbency, being prime minister, was severely compromised, and he himself took the judgment that he would be a handicap to the Labour Party in an election coming up, and he wanted to give him successor time to consolidate himself. And he anointed, you know, that when him start him career, him say, we are too blessed to be stressed and too anointed to be disappointed. So he believe in anointment, and he in turn tried to anoint Andrew Holness and give him a head start, and so on and so forth, you know, like a coach. Next one. Jerry, Judas did love to hug and kiss too. You mean as well as who? Next one. There's a lot of foolishness taking place at the third stage of education in Jamaica. Training people for jobs that will never be available to them, realistically speaking. Well, my comment on it is this. And as I say all the while, when people enter tertiary institution, and even from there at high school, I know, and not believe, I know that they're supposed to start equipping themselves and be equipped in the ability to create jobs for themselves. Even before you leave high school, you're supposed to be start equipped with making jobs for yourself in case you don't get a job. And if the teacher not do it, you do it yourself. Because I know many other youth in high school start equipped yourself with making jobs for yourself before we're done high school. And it should be a requirement in the first year of university, orientation to making job for yourself when the 3 years done. That's my opinion. Next one. Jerry, if you want to know the true Jamaican, go back 50 years. There are still some true Jamaican here and some true African. Yeah, man, them still exist. But I understand what I mean, and I take a suggestion. Next one. Mr. Small, your chest broad, man. You really think Patrick can feel ashamed? She don't have that. No, sir. Portia. You don't think Portia can feel ashamed? She don't have that. No, sir. No, man, I feel she can feel ashamed. I don't think her back is as broad as Roger Clark. You know, so feel broad. And, yeah, man, I feel she can shame it. Because when people angry, you know, it's usually when you shame them. So when you say Portia get angry with you, somebody shame her. You don't understand me. And you know, shame old lady is very modest. That's why them call shame old lady. As you touch it, it just drop in itself and keep quiet. And then when now, you think, when you now look, it just come back in itself. You don't understand. When I call Portia old lady, you know, we're talking about the Jamaican shrub. Anyway, people go and criticize me because anyway, it's on Makajuk. Next one. Them said Dudus did cause crime and vibe cartel. And both are in prison and the crime is worse. No, we're going to need more time to discuss that. Next one. I don't support term limits. If the tree is bearing fruit, let it do so. We must, however, reserve the right to cut it down any time, otherwise it does otherwise. You know, so we're almost out of time. One comment, last comment, Kwasi, because I want to thank you. I want to thank producer Tanya Richards, production assistant Shoshana Daly, and broadcast technician Kevin Williams. 1 minute to comment.
Oh yes, the last call text spoke about being able to cut down the tree. That brings us back to the power of recall.
Yeah, power of recall.
We started last week.
Yeah, so term limits go along with.
Right, and the power of recall is to interrupt any term at all at any point in time that the people think that they need to do that.
Okay, so the caller don't want specified term limits. They more want the power to recall at any time.
I think the caller wants specified term limits. We don't want specified term limits, but he wants to have the power to recall. And I mean, that may be a more reasonable position than what's allowed right now.
Subject to discussion.
Right.
I also want to thank Israel Vibration because, as one caller did request, none again we can supply the request immediately. All going to sing the same song, hopefully. Israel Vibration.
One love, Jerry.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Look out. Straight up.
Oh, yo, yo, yo. We all gonna sing the same song. We all gonna chop the same chop. Chop. So if you all
Good afternoon. It's time for the midday news here on News Talk 93 FM. I'm Errol Lee. Coming up in this newscast, JUTC extends deadline for implementation of smarter cards until Sunday. Opposition renews calls for resignation of JUTC leadership. Government welcomes the decision to invite independent pathologists for the Maria Dean autopsy, and Supreme Court workers frustrated as air conditioning units still out of service.